hopefully that's done something. Can you guys see me okay? Is everything all right? I didn't press the go live button. That was stupid. Can someone type in chat that you can see me okay? Duh, duh, duh.
Itch, scratch, flake. Don't just suffer it, nizzeral it.
Half price this half term at Smith's Toy Superstores. This Nerf Fortnite BAR Blaster is now $14.99. Half price. This Schleich.
Get lost. Okay, I can see myself now. Duh, duh, duh. Yeah, nice. Okay, so I'm live. Okay, so what I've got today...
Itch, scratch, flake. Don't just suffer it, nizzeral it.
Yeah, we'll get rid of that. And let's make sure that doesn't turn up again. Let's go there. There we go. So, I've got some stuff going on tonight. I've got new bits of hardware. So I've got my iPhone plugged in to this and potentially could play some music for you. I'm open to some song suggestions. Mainly these chats are about me catching up with you guys and you getting to ask any questions. So type them in the chat if you've got any questions about drumming at all or anything really, and that you think I could answer for you. But then also, I thought we could play along to some music for a change as well, something that I have never done before, especially live. That I put on a song on YouTube. You get to hear all the wonderful adverts as well, and I get to play along to some stuff for you potentially. So, hello everybody. Can someone type in chat, okay, or something, that you can hear me okay, that I'm here? Hey, here from London. Hey, Ozzy. So, sorry about last night. I was supposed to go live last night, but, well, like I said, in my first stream, I'm not particularly reliable, but I do want to be, because I want this to be like a regular thing. You guys know is going to happen. So maybe it won't be Monday nights. Maybe it'll be Tuesday nights. Because if I have a heavy weekend, then who knows how I'll be feeling. I'm actually pretty tired this evening. But I thought, no, blow it. I'm going to come on live. Even if it's just for half an hour. Let's just see what happens. By the way, my glasses snapped. So I've got to get that sorted. So... you probably would never have noticed unless I showed you, but I'm missing one thing. So just thought I'd share that with you. My first world problems there. Broken glasses, which I need to get fixed. Bon Jovi in these arms. That's a great suggestion. Hearing you loud and clear. Okay, we can hear you from Norway. Hey, Shevin. Shvin the Kid. Nice one. So, yeah, I mean, I'm happy to just go straight into playing to some music, if you like. But, like I said, these streams are really about answering your questions. That cracking is going to drive me mad. It keeps rubbing on my T-shirt. There's not much I can do about that. Just got to put up with it, I guess. Yeah, so I recorded a lesson this evening. Double bass drumming, but faking it with just the 1 foot, this thing again. That was good fun to record for you. Turned out it's actually very, very difficult to make it sound smooth. I was struggling a little bit to get some nice takes of it, but you can check that out. It's the latest video I did. Well, I uploaded it about an hour ago, so you can check that out. So, all right, well, we got our first song suggestion, I guess, In These Arms. I'm happy to try and play along to it. Let's see what it sounds like. Good one to start with. So, hopefully, the levels are going to be okay.
New Ben's original one-pan creations. One pan.
It sounds pretty good in my arms, in my ear. So let's just have a go with it. see what it sounds like. I'm going to obviously listen back to this later on and see what the levels are like. Remember how to play this song. Never done this before. What's the sound levels like? Can you guys let me know okay or too loud, too quiet? I'm showing off a little bit, overplaying. Oh, we missed the bit.
How did you...
Shut up. Wow, that was fun. I haven't even warmed up. So hopefully that's sounding okay. I'm just going to go back and read some of the comments now to make sure that the levels are okay. How much time are you actually behind the kit weekly, Rob? Just curious. Well, obviously, at least 3 times a week for the lessons. But for practice-wise, not that much anymore. I used to do a hell of a lot. But I'll come in for half an hour just to play around with some ideas, usually related to my lessons. Like if I've got a really complicated song to record, then I'll come in here with the sheet music and just practice some of the sections, and then I usually start noodling and going off on a tangent with my own ideas. So, I mean every week, but it's whether it's 3 times or 4 times or maybe even 5 times in a week for at least for an hour or so. So often I would say, but obviously I could come in and play drums a little bit more. I'm actually out of breath. Hello Rob, I started watching you because my son was learning drums, but has packed it up. He is 16. Did you ever pack drumming up when you were learning? Oh no. I've been very lucky. I've loved drumming ever since I started. He packed it in at 16. My experience with people like that, it was probably became too serious. Perhaps a drum teacher was beating, if you excuse the pun, the fun out of it. Learn these rudiments, do these exercises, and it became homework. It became like a chore. I think I talked about this in my last stream, just very briefly. When I first started playing drums, I didn't have any drum lessons. I just basically played for fun along to songs like that and played around with my own ideas. And I didn't have any sort of set rules, any regiment or any sort of practice routines. There's a fly going around the room, buzzing around, putting me off. Got caught in the web. So it's sad that your son gave up at 16. Maybe he'll get back into it, but you could perhaps encourage him to get back behind the kit if you want to inspire him, I guess. But what I recommend with anyone that's getting bored of drumming is just go back to the basics and just play along to your favourite songs. That's what we play drums for, and have fun doing that. Good levels. Thank you, Yogi. Good. Please do the long run, Eagles. I want to make sure I'm playing the fill correctly at 18-minute mark of the songs. This is a great opportunity for this kind of thing, is that I can look at a specific part of a song and teach you live if I can actually work it out myself. Holy cow, Rob is killing it on this one. Nice. Thank you, David. Hello, Rob. Got to say that this doesn't work for me as a concept. It'd be interesting to see what feedback you get. Watching you play along to a full song doesn't seem helpful. Sorry. That's okay. You don't have to watch. And these live streams aren't going to be just about me playing along to music and showing off. Hopefully, well, what I was hoping is you guys would just enjoy it. I mean, it doesn't have to be educational. It can just be for fun. There's plenty of drummers online that I see on Twitch and on YouTube that just play along to music, and people seem to enjoy it. So there's no concept here. I'm just sort of playing it live. So hopefully you can get something from it. But if you don't worry. I mean, no, not every channel's for everybody. Then you add the Q&A with a few short lessons is more engaging from an audience perspective, I think. Well, maybe you're right, but I want to do both. So, like I say, playing along to music doesn't have to. That's the first time I've ever played along to a song on YouTube for Drums the Words. So the first time I do, and I'm immediately attacked for no, it's not my thing. Fair enough, but that was fun. I enjoyed that, and I want to enjoy myself as well for these live things. But I get your point. Obviously, I want these lessons and these live streams as well to be useful. But at the moment, I've got no other questions. So I played along, well, at the time, I played along to the song because there was nothing else being talked about in the chat. Any tips on mastering the double kick for beginners? Cheers from Brazil. Double kick. I'll leave that with you. You can get back in the comments. Do you mean a double kick, double bass drum pedal, or double kick with 1 foot? Which one do you mean? And I can talk about that. Guitarist here, but for 9 years watching your videos. Cheers from Mexico and Switzerland. Thank you, mate. Mexico and Switzerland? How the hell do you do that? It's a big old stance there, so spanning multiple countries. Welcome to the guitarists, the wannabe drummers. Yeah, the only time a guitarist get to play drums is when their drummer at rehearsal goes to the toilet and they get to sit behind the kit and do some noodling. Okay, so I think I've said it before. I'll probably say it every single time. These live streams are going to live and die with you guys. I'm relying on some questions or some song suggestions. We had that Eagles one, didn't we? Where was that? The Long Run. Let's see if I recognise a song. I'm pretty good with the Eagles, with their back catalogue. The Long Run. Hang on. Let's see if this can work as a concept. We can all have a listen to it, and then I can have a go perhaps at explaining it if I can. It's a full album, so I presume you mean the single. I presume it's a single. There it is. Second mark. You don't mean that drum fill, do you? Let's just double check I read that right. Was it 18 seconds you said? Yeah, 18-second mark of the song. Playing the fill correctly. Okay. Yeah. Well. Snare drum hits, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so that's what makes it kind of weird, I guess, is because it's offbeat stuff. So if your bass drum is playing on all 4 beats, 1, 2, let me slow it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So you'd be playing. I'm not sure what the bass drum was doing.
I used to worry a lot. I used to stay out too.
It feels like it's just playing 4 on the floor. Oh. 1, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that would work, I guess. You know, keep the bass drum just pounding on the quarter notes. And that's what the snare drum's doing. 1, bat, bat, and 3 and 4 and. There's 2 ands there. Hope that answered your question. Okay, any other questions here? Have you gone through Tommy Igo's DVDs? I was always waiting for Groove Essentials 3. It was supposed to be only on fills, but never released. Yeah, Tommy Igo was a big old educator when I was studying like 20 years ago. He was, still is. I mean, he's a great drummer and great educator. I've definitely seen clips of it. But I can't really comment more on that, really. Have you gone through? Oh, but that was the question. Have I gone through it? No, but I've done Todd Zuckerman's DVDs. I've done, well, mostly it was drum books. So the New Breed is one that's quoted so many times by drummers, but certainly something that I went through. Off the top of my head, what was it called? I forget the drummer's name. But there were some great drum books out there. I'll get them out at some point. Perhaps for the next live stream, I'll dust off my old books and show you what I used to study from. I know some drummers that can probably watch what Rob just did with that Jovi song and immediately imitate it. I'm not nearly that skilled. Hopefully one day, lol. Yeah, I mean, I've heard that song quite a few times. It was In These Arms. So I knew the da 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 bits and the different sections. So it wasn't me just playing it along for the first time. Don't think I was. If I gave that impression, I'm sorry. I've heard that song quite a few times, so playing along to it wasn't a problem for me because I've played along in my head while listening to it quite a few times already. I don't think I've ever actually played along to it though. On the fill, on the long run, I think Henley is playing snare, snare, kick, kick, snare, kick, snare. Yeah. Oh, I see. David, yeah, so you're suggesting... Yeah, I mean, that's filling in all the gaps. So go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how I would probably play it. Again, on the YouTube, through these earphones, it was very... Well, I couldn't hear what the bass drum was doing at all. Maybe you could at home. Maybe if I got a decent version on my main computer, I could hear it. But yeah, that works perfectly. You're filling in the space with the bass drum. Yeah, perfect. Could you explain a little about Swiss triplets a la Dave Grohl like no one knows? They're the Hurters. The Swiss triplet is... What is this? I think it's this. Oh, I can see why you... Yeah. So the Swiss triplet is a triplet with a flam at the beginning. I think that's what a Swiss triplet is. Flam, I play it. Yeah, left hand flam, right, left. But what Dave plays on the No One Knows song, which by the way I've got a full video song lesson for, also a free video drum lesson. I think I've got 2, one specifically on the drum solo. But what Dave plays for the bit you're talking about is a Hurter. And the reason you might have got confused by that is because the flam is 2 notes. But what Dave is playing is specifically 2 32nd notes or 2 16th notes, however you want to feel it. It's not a flam, that, flam, that. It's ba 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 ba. Right, left. Something like that, isn't it? That's it sped up. Right, left. And the key to it is to making those notes sound precise. If you were to play it as flam triplets, which I find difficult to go around the drums as quickly as that, yeah, I find that harder because of the little pickup flam note. So yes, it could be heard as that, but it's not. It's da 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 da, not black da da black da da. It's 2 individual notes. So I think that's the Swiss triplet you were talking about, the blah da da blah da da, which is a lot of fun to play and use in different ways. But he's playing. So hopefully that makes a difference, or hopefully that makes sense. Check out my free lessons and my paid full song lesson if you want to learn the song note for note. Double kick with 1 foot. Well, so my lesson today, that was uploaded about an hour ago. Very, very simple idea. Other drummers have talked about it. But you could play, you know, trying to think with a beat. Or even like 2 hands. playing a little bit too fast. But yeah, that's you can check out that video. I uploaded it about an hour and a half ago, so that's up on the YouTube and website now. Heel toe technique, maybe. Maybe that's in context with a previous comment. I'm not sure what that means or what you're asking. So if you want to get back to me on that. Matthew Rowe, my apologies, Rob. I didn't mean that as an attack. I realise that you're trying something new, and I only meant to offer some feedback to help gauge what works and what doesn't. Sure, no offence taken, but obviously I understand that it is just opinions at the end of the day. Some people like it, some people don't. So, you know, you're entitled to your opinion. No problem at all. I think the playing along to music could be a lot of fun for me and for a lot of people watching. Do you think it's more useful to practice rudiments and technique or just to learn songs and pick up those techniques as you go? Depends on what level you're at. If you've been playing for years and years, yes, you need to start looking at the rudiments and techniques. I think if you're first starting as a child, young person, you don't want to make it boring, and the rudiments and the techniques can be a little bit too serious, a little bit too dry at the beginning, and they're not in the frame of mind yet in their playing where they can take practice that seriously. I think for the older students, you can probably start straight away if they're taking it seriously and they get excited about, oh wow, this is where it's going to go eventually. But yeah, rudiments and technique, really important, something that I went back and studied later, but I think I did it in the right order. But everyone's unique, and it's because I started at a young age. If you're starting later in life on the drums, then you will. I recommend you look at some rudiments, and then you certainly look at technique. But don't make that the focus if you're playing when you first start, no matter how old you are, because you want to make it fun. So mix it up. Awesome. Thanks, Rob. You're welcome. Thanks. You're welcome. I think it's more useful to learn rudiments, but songs are funnier, so I do a combination of the both. Yeah, I mean, both is important. You can do both. You don't have to do one or the other. Rudiments, I think a lot of them are, there's like 40 rudiments or something officially, and more are being added over the years. Some of those, like the patafla-fla, I think one of them's called, you can skip those. What I see the main rudiments of drumming being singles, and the different techniques you can use where you've got molar whip, accents within it, finger techniques as well. Then you've got doubles, then you've got flams. So one note, or two notes played as a flam. And then it's just combinations of that. So the paradiddle was just singles and doubles. The Swiss triplet we just talked about is flams and singles. They're all just combinations of each other, of the three main ones. So when we work on rudiments, like learning the paradiddle is fun, I think. But I hardly ever use the paradiddle when I'm playing a song, and that's what we play instruments for music eventually. You've got fun little exercises like that you can play with the paradiddle, but how many songs include that pattern? So the reason you learn rudiments is combinations of singles, doubles, and flams, so that you can start improvising and changing them around. But rudiments for their own sake doesn't really help you to play music. It does and it doesn't. Hopefully that made sense. Sounds like Meshuggah bleed hurter but slower with hands. Thanks. Was that the yeah? I mean that's what the Meshuggah bleeds double bass drum pedal is. It's a hurter played on the double bass drum. Which I'm rubbish at. I actually tried to learn that once. I couldn't get that to sound smooth, and I couldn't get the snare drum to be in beats 2 and 4. Perhaps I didn't practice it for long enough. But yeah, that Meshuggah bleed pattern on the double kick is the rhythm. the hurter. But so it's a group of 3 notes. Da 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 da. Well, it's 4 notes, but in a grouping of 3. Da 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 da. So you feel it as 3/16 or 3 triplet notes or whatever you want, but you feel it as 3 notes, and your first note is doubled up. Thanks. Okay, so any other questions? Or should I play along to some music? What I'm thinking about doing in the future as well is doing some fun bits like guess the time signature, or can you guess the song from this drum beat? So maybe I'll create like a set list of ideas so that in these quieter moments of the stream, I can perhaps just do something rather than just immediately go to a song. I learned a lot of songs from you for concerts, and my band killed it. So thanks for everything. That's really good to hear. Thank you. Hi Yen, for your positive feedback. Really appreciate it. Glad I could help in my own small way. Hey, I'll be glad to wait. Okay, here we go. Why some drummers only satisfied with 2 toms? Well, I found that when I play live, or used to play live quite a lot, I would just have the 2 toms, and that's mainly because of my weird setup. But for most drummers with a normal setup, their ride cymbal's here. So having a medium tom in this position means you have to put your ride cymbal further back so it doesn't cover the medium tom. So having or missing the medium tom means you get these 2 toms, and then if you wanted to, you could go for the 3rd floor tom, but you tend to have to stretch back a little bit, and you might find that uncomfortable. And quite frankly, drummers don't really play melody unless you're in a more advanced progressive rock band, or perhaps even a jazz situation. But even they just tend to have two toms. The drums are about rhythm, not necessarily melody. People aren't hearing a melody being played on a set of toms normally for most songs, most music. So 2 toms is fine. And you can do a lot with 2 toms. And also, I think it helps you to focus your mind. It's like I'll be playing away, and I'm not thinking about how I'm going to spread the drum fill over multiple toms. I'll be thinking about the rhythm and these positions here, which really simplifies it for me, meaning I can focus purely on the rhythm and not the melody, if that makes sense. Hey, I'll be glad to wait my turn since you already answered one of my questions, but do I have another fun for you? The opening drum lick from the song Disneyland by Dada. I haven't heard that before, but I'll check that out in a second. Yeah, that sounds fun. Jolly Ringo, are you going to open up Facebook for new rounds of song requests? More pure. Yeah, definitely. It's been a long time, hasn't it? I'm coming to the end of the most popular song requests on Facebook. For people that don't know, I post on Facebook asking people there for their song suggestions. They then type in the comments, and then other people get to vote on them, and the most popular song requests get chosen for future lessons. It really helps me to sort of gauge what my audience want me to teach. So I've been doing that for a couple of years now, and it's worked out really well. Pretty much all the songs I do for YouTube and for my website have been requested over on Facebook. Maybe I should start including the YouTube group as well. But it's nice to have the request thing in one place. But yeah, I'll be doing a new post on that soon. You were one of the first people to introduce me to music, though I don't play the drums anymore. Thank you for my intro to music. Great teacher. Thank you, Alex. I really appreciate that. Tips on a drum roll. Just getting through the Cherub Rock intro smoothly is tough. So the Cherub Rock, knowing it's probably not a double stroke roll. Probably do some adverts. Yep, it is. It is a drum roll. Sounds quasi. It sounds like a buzz roll. On electric drum kit, it's harder to play those buzz rolls because it's not as accurate. But also, I'm rubbish. Something I've always struggled with is the buzz roll. It's such a technique intensive thing. What I do, very briefly, is I just go for the first two fingers, thumb and first finger. My other fingers come off the stick, and I'm pressing into the drum quite hard to get loads of bounces off of each strike. So a double stroke, you do precisely 2. A buzz roll, I'm going for multiple strokes. And the key to making it sound nice is getting some sort of movement going. And the great drummers of the age, including Jimmy, of course, are able to make that sound smooth. So what I tend to do is do this motion here. I'm sort of coming in. Perhaps you can see over my shoulder. I'm doing this. And what Jimmy was doing there was, so I'm going zzz. I'm feeling it as triplets. You can see I'm not making it sound smooth, so that's what Jimmy's doing. That's really hard to replicate. Like I say, I always find the buzz roll one of the hardest to play. So that, just correcting myself there, singles, doubles, flams, and then zzz, buzzes. Making it sound smooth for a long time. And of course throwing in accents. Very difficult. It's a whole new technique. Like learning the brushes, it's a completely different movement. But that's what Jimmy's playing there. I am a lefty, but I was told to play as a right-handed during the initial stage when I have joined an institute. Right now I'm a self-learner. It's been 2 years and I face a little problem with right hands. So I'm not sure if you're saying you face a problem or a little problem with right hand. I mean, Ringo Starr, it's basically the same as you. I'm actually left-handed. I write with my left hand. I do a few things with my left hand, but I also do a lot of things with my right hand, and hence why I play the bass drum with my left foot and I played the hi-hat with my right. That was due to a bit of a mistake when I first started learning, but it worked out okay for me. Being ambidextrous is not a bad thing. You look at drummers like, what's his name? I'm so terrible with names. Almost had it then. Well, there's a drummer that, progressive session guy, Phillips, Simon Phillips? Simon something. Anyway, he plays open-handed, same as Billy Cobham, and so he probably started playing right-handed and then just switched to open-hand because he's a left-handed drummer naturally. So these great drummers can swap between hands. Don't confuse yourself. Stick with one way round first, and then if you really feel like you're just not getting any further, you want to you want to play with things. Try playing with your other hand, your natural leading hand, and maybe after years of playing the way you were taught, you go, actually, this is now really weird. So I'm glad I learned it that way, or whatever happens. Missing some of the comments here. Let's have a look. Aha! Why do some of my friends that are good drummers shit on Lars? Because when he plays live, he can make a few mistakes, but can't we all? I mean, he's only human. He is perfect for the band. I mean, how many classic beats and fills do we know from Lars. Metallica would not be the same without his playing at all. Very, very signature beats and fills. So you can take the mick out of him for his technique live. Like his double bass drumming can be a little bit sloppy. He makes some mistakes. Perhaps he's had a few to drink. I don't know. Perhaps he's just getting old. I don't know. But that's the kind of reason. It's just fun for drummers to take the mick out of him. It seems. Same with Ringo Starr. Like, oh yeah, he's rubbish. But anyone in the know knows that Ringo, Lars, they're great drummers. It's just they occasionally make some mistakes and people pick up on it. Hiya, Fosto. Hello from Rome, Italy. Wow, nice. I went to Rome about 10 years ago. Amazing, amazing. So much to see in such a tiny area. Spent 3 days and still didn't see it all. Are you going to do more live chats? Do I have to subscribe to be notified by YouTube? Thanks. Well, I plan to post it on Facebook as well, like I did 10 minutes before this stream. So I'm going to be going live. So yeah, I want to do a live chat once a week on YouTube. Have it in one place so you can all come here to visit and say hi and ask questions. But yeah, that's the plan. Hi Rob, love all your videos. You put everything in perspective. Great drum teacher. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. So I'm only going to be on here for another couple of minutes. Maybe I'll just end with a song. Oh yeah, there was a song suggestion, wasn't there? Disneyland by Dada. Let's check out what that is. Maybe I've heard it before. Have to put up with the adverts. I haven't heard that song before. But yeah, hopefully we completely ruining it helped you a little bit. Double head hi-hat stuff, melodic tom stuff, following the guitar. That cool bit in the middle there. Snare drum on the of 2 and the of beat 4, I believe. Cool, so we'll pretty much wrap it up there. When learning a song drum fill to teach, do you listen by ear or use computer software? By ear. I know there's lots of software out there that can do it for me now, but I find that I've got different opinions on what I'm hearing compared to software, and also other drummers transcribing songs. I've seen loads of other examples of the same song being transcribed by multiple drummers, and it's just like they just don't get it right, in my opinion. I've been doing this for many years and trained my ear very, very well. So if I've got a great recording, an isolated drum track even, then I can give you 100% accurate transcription. So I use my ear. I trust myself to know what I'm hearing. Great improvisation to the song. Thank you, Mikey. That was totally overplaying. Also, I was trying to listen to the song at the same time because I haven't heard the song. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me this evening. Hopefully more of the same next week. Like I said at the beginning, maybe I'll do a Tuesday and make that the regular stream night around 7 o'clock-ish. Oh, wow, $2. Oh, Johnny, that's my first donation. Thank you. I don't know what that means. I mean, does that go to... Have I got an account set up? Or a donation thing? Wow, I didn't know I had that going. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so next week, I'll see you then live. I've got quite a few other lessons to do this week, though. Standard thing. Awesome live stream. Thanks again, Rob. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Johnny. Really appreciate it. All right, until next time, toodle pip. And happy drumming to you.